Hey, what's up, ladies? It's the relationship guru, Sydd Ferrell. Now, I'm back again with another video just to give you ladies. Now, before I get into this video, please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and you hit that bell notification so that you're notified every single time I post. And if you are a woman that needs relationship advice, or you want to learn more about how to think like a man, or why men do the things they do, act the way they act, and think the way they think, then I encourage you to book a one-on-one session with me. Link is in the description below, and I can help you out personally, one-on-one, with any questions, concerns, or anything you have regarding your dating life or relationship currently in general. And also, brand new on my website, if you want me to coach you every step of the way, step by step, throughout your dating or relationship process and journey, and you want me to become your personal dating coach long term, then I have a special program just for you. Link is in the description below also, and I can help you out personally again, one-on-one, with any questions, concerns, or anything you have regarding your dating life or relationship currently in general. And also, go pick up my brand new Girls Night card game. It's officially out. So if you're having a game night with your homegirls and you need something to do, then make sure you go pick up my Girls Night card game. It got a lot of fun questions and scenarios about love and relationships and everything all in between. So make sure you go pick that up. Link is in the description below, okay? And then on this hand, we got my brand new ebook. It's called Oh, He's Toxic, Period. And if you never want to be played, used, or manipulated by a man ever again in your whole life, then make sure you go pick up that ebook right there because it's fire, okay? And again, link is in the description below for that also, okay? And also, if you are a woman and you love quotes, dating quotes, relationship quotes, and things like that, then I have something special just for you. I came up with my top 100, yes, 100 dating love quotes for women, right? So if you want to go get that, it's on my website. And again, as usual, the link is in the description below also, okay? So all that's out the way, and we gonna jump right into this video. And this video is titled, How to Stand Up for Yourself to a Man. Right, ladies? So you trying to figure out how to stand up to a man, because you tired of being a pushover. You tired of this man walking all over you. You tired of this man mistreating you and using you and getting away with it, right? You tired of being a people pleaser or a man pleaser. You tired of being too nice. You feel like you ain't got no backbone. You feel like you kind of go with the flow, let everything slide, and you want to put an end to it. You tired of this man treating you poorly. You tired of this man treating you bad. You tired of this man not appreciating or not valuing the type of woman that you are, you know? And you treat him so well a lot of times, and he treats you so wrong. He treats you so bad, and you tired of letting stuff slide. You say, Sid, how do I finally stand up for myself? How do I communicate, and how do I effectively win in every situation and not let the man have his way and I don't got no say so, or I just gotta go with whatever he say and I'm unhappy, right? You know, I'm tired of being mistreated and I want to be heard. And if I'm not heard, then how do I make somebody hear me out? And how do I build up the courage to relay the message I'm not the one to play with, right? How do I stand up for myself? How do I stand up to anybody? Maybe you a woman that you got trouble with standing up to not just a man. It might not even be a man. It might be your family members. It might be your friends. It might be your co-workers. It might be your classmates. It might be anybody in this world that will try you, and they gonna test you to see what they can get away with. And a lot of times you end up letting them get away with it and don't never do nothing. And then you the one that feel unhappy and is sad a lot of times because you did not get what you want, or you got mistreated, or you know that the other people, they using you in your face and you have a hard time saying no. A lot of times, if you have trouble standing up for yourself, you have a problem with saying no. You always agree with everything and you always say yes to everything, and you don't need to be like that. You need to learn how to have a backbone. You need to learn how to have a backbone, and you need to learn how to trust yourself and not care so much about what other people think and start caring about what you think, right? So ladies, per usual, we're going to jump right into this video, right? And we're going to get into my top 5. Yes, 5 steps to you as a woman, how you can stand up for yourself finally to a man or to anybody. If you want to stand up for yourself and you want to have a backbone, you tired of being a pushover, you tired of being weak, you tired of letting stuff slide and you want to put it into it, this is the video for you. And ain't nobody gonna try you no more after this, okay? So we're gonna jump right into this video and we're going number 1. So number 1, the first step, how you as a woman, how you can stand up for yourself to anybody, any man, is you need to start putting yourself first. The problem with a lot of you women is you put everybody in the world before you. You put your man before you. You put your family before you. You put everybody, your friends, everybody before you. And you see, if you look around, everybody else, they take care of themselves. And they gonna make sure they good, and they gonna make sure that, they got everything together and not care nothing about what you got going on, right? So you gotta start being more selfish with yourself. It's okay to care about people or a man, and it's okay to, want the best for people and stuff like that. But you gotta understand that a lot of times people will use you, or a man will use you. And if you don't put yourself first, then other people or a man will put himself first over you, and you will never have no say so, and you'll never speak up for yourself, and you will always be silent, and you will never ever say what's on your mind. You got a lot on your mind. You want to say something when you feel offended or you feel disrespected. You don't never say nothing, right? You just quiet, and you can't do that. You can't be trying to put a man's feelings before your own feelings. You may be saying, Sid, I have a hard time standing up for myself because what if this man get mad? He might get mad at me for, standing up for myself or for talking back to him, right? If I talk back to this man, or if I stand up for myself, or, stuff like that, he may have a problem with it. Or I don't want this man to get mad. I really care about him and I want him to always be happy, right? But you got to understand that if you are unhappy, then it's a bad deal. If making that man happy makes you unhappy, then you need to get up out of there because you're not putting yourself first. If he not making you happy, or if you doing everything to make him happy, but you are left empty-handed and he using you and you don't benefit nothing, a lot of times it's because you want that man to be happy, but you neglect your own happiness. It's so many women, y'all neglect your own happiness. You don't even care about yourself. As long as he happy, you good. But if you unhappy, then it's all good as long as he okay. And you should not be like that. You need to stop caring about what other people think, or a lot of times how other people feel if you don't feel right. So if you don't feel right, you got to say something. You got to start putting yourself first, right? You got to start being selfish, It's okay to care for other people, but don't neglect yourself. Don't forget about you. If you're not happy, get up out of there because it's not a fair deal. When you put yourself first, it's basically like a mindset. It's basically like a self-love for yourself. When you raise your level of self-love for yourself, You won't tolerate less than what you deserve. You won't tolerate no disrespect because you love yourself too much to allow anybody to treat you any type of way, and you know that you don't deserve no mistreatment, right? It is very important that you as a woman, that you know your worth. When you know your worth, you don't let nobody play with you, talk to you crazy, or try to get over on you or treat you any type of way, because you love yourself and you ain't taking it, right? So you gotta start putting your feelings first. That's number one. When you first want to stand up for yourself to a man, you already gotta have it in your mind. I gotta be more selfish with me. I gotta start caring about me. I gotta start paying attention to how I feel. I gotta start paying attention to, what I benefit. Because if I don't get nothing, if I'm empty-handed, this ain't no deal, right? Or if you get more than me, it still ain't no healthy deal. So anytime you deal with a man, you always want reciprocation. Anytime you deal with anybody, your friends, your family, anybody, it better be reciprocated. If they doing for you, then you could do for them. But if you find yourself doing for everybody else more than what they doing for you, and you don't get nothing, then they using you. You gotta understand that people will use you. When you too nice and you wanna do so much for everybody, people will sniff that out, and they will smell that, and they'll be like, oh, you like to give, well, I'm gonna take from you. So a lot of guys, they'll see that you're a good woman, and they'll see that you're trying to showcase how great you are, or you just want to treat everybody right. You just want everybody to be happy. You don't want to let people down. You don't want to rock the boat. You don't want to cause no conflict. You want everybody to get along, stuff like that. But you got to understand that it come a point in your life, in time, when you got to start saying, you know what? I'm putting me first. Instead of me caring for everybody else, you can still care for other people, but do not neglect yourself. Make sure that you take care of you first, and you take care of you the best, and then you can take care of everybody else as long as they taking care of you back. But don't neglect yourself and be doing more for other people, right? So it all starts with self-love within. If you don't love yourself, then you'll let anything slide because your confidence is low. If you got low confidence, you're going to let anything slide. If you as a woman, if you got low self-esteem, if you don't really care too much about yourself, if you don't really think too highly of yourself, you'll let anything slide, because a lot of times you just happy to have somebody around. You don't really love yourself or really like yourself, so you just need somebody else to be around you to validate you, so that basically if somebody else like you, if that man like you, then you must be likable, or you got trouble with being alone, you don't want to start over, you got abandonment issues, you got childhood traumas, you got attachment issues, all types of stuff. And guess what? You got low self-esteem, right? So when you got low self-esteem, you gonna let anything slide. But you gotta build up your self-esteem, right? So that brings us right into number 2. So number 2, the second step, how you as a woman, how you can stand up for yourself to a man or to anybody in this world, is you gotta have some self-confidence for yourself. Now, number 1 was put yourself first, start loving yourself, building up yourself, and your self-worth, right? To a certain level. But in number 2, this is when you start feeling yourself. This is when you start putting you on a pedestal. This is when you start thinking highly of yourself. Stop having low self-esteem for yourself. Stop talking so negatively to yourself. It's so many women that wake up in the morning every day, and when you look in the mirror, you tell yourself 100 things that you don't like about yourself, right? It'd be 100 things that a woman will point out that she don't like about herself. She'll look in the mirror and say, I don't like this, I don't like that, I don't like my stretch marks. You know, I don't like this right here. I don't like that. I don't like this pimple right here. I don't like this stretch mark right here. I don't like this right here. Oh, I don't like the way it's shaped right here. I don't like this. I don't really like how my nose look. I don't really like how my ears shaped. I don't really like how whatever it is, right? You may have some insecurities that you need to work out. And a lot of times the reason why you can't stand up for yourself is because you already think low of yourself. So if you think low of yourself and you got low self-esteem, you can't stand up for yourself. You only can stand up for yourself when you think you somebody, when you know you somebody. When you know you somebody and you know your worth and you know your value and you know yourself and you love yourself, you don't let nobody treat you bad because you think highly of yourself and speak highly of yourself. So in the mirror, instead of pointing out 100 things that you don't like, how about you wake up in the morning and you list 100 things that you do like? You know, list 100 things that you do like. List the things that, you know, make you, that you appreciate within yourself. You know, hey, you know, I like my personality. You know, I'm pretty, I'm smart, I'm a good person. You know, I take care of everything. I'm responsible. I'm funny. You know, I got all these great qualities. You know what I'm saying? And then also name, you know, some physical things about yourself. You know, I like the way I look. You know, I like the way that I was made. You know what I'm saying? When I was born in this world, you know, I appreciate what God gave me. You know, you gotta appreciate and love the person that you are. The person that God gave you to you, you gotta love you. So always love yourself, because God only made one of you, so you better love you. If ain't nobody else gonna love you, you better love you the most. You need to start loving on you and treating yourself to a certain standard and talking to yourself in a certain standard. So talk nicely to yourself. Tell yourself you love yourself, you know? Speak life into yourself, you know? Give yourself affirmations. I'm so smart. I'm so funny. I'm so cool. You know, start saying stuff like that. Stop saying negative stuff like, oh, I'll never make it. I'm not that smart. I'm not that pretty. It's so many other beautiful women. You know, they look better. They shape better. I don't really think I'm that smart. It's women out here that got degrees, and it's women out here that, you know, they making a lot of money and stuff like that. And I'm just not that, you know. You got to stop thinking like that. You got to start thinking more highly of yourself. Like, I'm that girl. I'm that woman. I'm that lady. You know what I'm saying? And can't nobody play with me. Can't nobody touch me, right? I'm at the top, you know what I'm saying? And not to say that you look down on people. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that you got to get big-headed to where you look down on people and you start treating people bad. But I'm saying you need to start treating yourself a lot better so that it can match with how everybody else treat themselves. Because everybody else treat themselves good. They gonna make sure, they gonna throw you under the bus real quick and make sure that they all right, you know? So love you and build up your confidence. And one of the number one ways how you can build up your confidence is self-improvement. So how you build up your confidence, because you may ask me, Sid, okay, you tell me love myself, okay, build up my confidence and stuff like that. But Sid, I'm just not confident. How do I just get confident within myself? How do I start loving myself and believing in myself, right? Okay, so the way how you get more confident within yourself, the number one way is the self-improvement of yourself. So when you self-improve within yourself, meaning physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, all that in one, you get better, right? So you making more money. Hey, when you start making more money and you start focusing on your business or focusing on going back to school, or if you already in school, focusing on graduating and, you know, getting into your career, or like I said, starting your business or whatever you got going on, making more money. When you start making more money, or your lifestyle change, you get you a new car, a nice car, you get you, a nice apartment, or, a decent house, stuff like that, or you start, getting clothes, buying clothes getting clothes that fit you nice and make you look good, make you feel good, getting your hair done, nails done, all that, all the stuff that you like to do, make sure that, you just on point with everything. Your hygiene good, you eating better, you working out. When you start eating better, you feel better. When you start working out, you'll feel better, you'll look better. When you start reading books or listening to podcasts or, stuff like that, informing yourself, learning more, studying more, elevating in life, learning new stuff. Just getting better. You know what I'm saying? Healing from your childhood traumas. You healing from how your mama treated you. You healed from how your dad treated you, or how maybe your father may or may not have been there for you, or you healed from the way how your homegirl stole from you. You healed how all those men in your past that cheated on you, lied to you, put their hands on you, stuff like that. You healed from all that trauma, all that baggage. And you say, you know what? I'm not going to use that to bring me down. I'm going to use that as a stepping stool to bring me up, So when you start self-improving, you start making more money, maybe you change your wardrobe, get you some nice clothes, maybe you start working out, getting your body right. You start working out, getting your body right. You start eating better, start looking good, toning up and stuff. I bet you your confidence get up then, you know what I'm saying? Or when you make more money, when you ride around your nice car, or when you got more opportunities for yourself, you just building yourself up in every way possible. Maybe, if you're spiritual or if you're religious, maybe you go to church, you get a stronger relationship with God or whatever you believe in, whatever. Or, maybe you just meditate more. You just, you take some time out to meditate to yourself and get your thoughts together. You have a routine, you know what I'm saying? And you just build yourself up each and every day. And then you talk nice to yourself. You stop talking bad about yourself. A lot of times when you train your mind and you train your body and you train your soul and your spirit and your energy to be better each and every day, that will boost your confidence. Because a lot of times, you got low self-esteem because maybe you haven't healed from people who told you wasn't good enough. Maybe it was men in your past that told you nobody will ever love you. You don't deserve no love. Nobody will ever love you the way I do, stuff like that. And you started believing it, and now you got low self-esteem. Or maybe you got abandonment issues and you got low self-esteem because you feel like nobody cares about you, nobody wants you, nobody, accepts you or wants to be around you, or, wants to be a part of your life because everybody abandons you, or you've been abandoned before in your past by somebody close to you, and you got to heal from all that. And then you got to train your mind to start believing that, and you got to train your mind to start loving yourself and push forward and do better each and every day. And I bet you by the end of all of that, and a lot of times when you do better for yourself in life, that will build your confidence, right? Real quick, that'll build your confidence. When you start elevating in life, a lot of times, and your lifestyle elevates, and your lifestyle elevates, everything around you elevates, your environment elevates, stuff like that, you will be better. Maybe sometimes you got to change your environment. Maybe it's the environment that you in that's draining you and making your self-esteem low. Maybe you got to get out of the environment that you in and get all those negative naysayers out your face so you can start working on yourself. Sometimes the reason why a lot of women can't work on themselves or heal is because they got everybody in their ear, or they got other influences bringing them down. And sometimes you might have to be by yourself for a second, before you start dating, so you can work on yourself, so you can start building up your confidence and your self-esteem so you don't let nobody run all over you, okay? That's the whole point of it. When you confident within yourself, you don't let nobody talk to you crazy or walk all over you, right? So you want to get confident, okay? And also, when you're confident, you don't need nobody's approval. You don't need nobody's validation. You don't need nobody to tell you your value, because you know your value. You know your worth. So you don't need nobody's approval for you. You know, you approve of yourself. So you ain't got to fit in nowhere. You ain't got to feel like I got to fit in this club, or I got to fit in with these girls, or I got to fit in with this type of guy, or I got to be like this, or I got to be like that. You know, love yourself, and whatever's meant for you will come to you. And you ain't got to change yourself or dim your light for nobody else, right? Because when you have low self-esteem, you start looking for a man or anybody to approve of you or to give you some type of validation, because you don't have no type of validation for yourself. So if you got low self-esteem, you look for a man to tell you that you're valuable. You look for a man to say, oh, you're attractive, or to say, oh, you know, I want to be with you. And that makes you feel like, oh, okay, you know, if this man like me, or if anybody like me, or they just around me, then that means they like me and they validate me. But the problem is you will tolerate anything just to be with that man, or just to be around anybody. You'll tolerate anything just to be around your toxic homegirls. You got some toxic homegirls that you know you don't really need to be around, but you be around them just because you want to fit in the club. You want to fit in with those types of girls, and those types of girls be using you, be playing with you, be using you for money, or they be talking about you behind your back, you know, stuff like that. And you trying so hard to fit in, doing anything for them because you got low self-esteem and you want to fit in so bad. And them girls don't care nothing about you. They just using you, right? Or that man. You trying to prove yourself to this man to say, hey, I got low self-esteem, but let me prove myself to you so you can approve of me. And now my self-esteem can go up after you approve of me. And that man, he don't care nothing about you. He gonna use you for everything that you got. And as long as you keep trying to prove yourself to him, he gonna keep taking all your benefits and you don't get nothing in return. But when you're secure within yourself, the key word is secure, and you love yourself, then you won't need nobody's approval. You won't be chasing nobody. You know, that's the whole point. When you confident in yourself, you don't chase nobody. They chase you. Because you the catch. You are the catch. You don't chase nobody. You don't need nobody's approval. You don't need nobody's validation or nothing. They come to you, right? So that's number 2. You got to be more confident, okay? So number 3, the third step, how you as a woman, how you can stand up for yourself to a man or to anybody, is you have to set boundaries and have standards, okay? So you got to set boundaries and you got to have some standards for yourself, okay? So first, you love yourself, right? Number 1, you put yourself first. You stop putting other people before you. You start loving yourself and healing from your past traumas and just building yourself up, right? And then number 2, you start getting more confident. So now that you got that foundation with number 1, now you boost it up with your confidence, right? So at first you stop being a people pleaser. Now you're more confident. Now you're more confident within yourself now, and you know your worth. Now number 3 is you gotta set boundaries and have some standards. Meaning, it's gonna have to be some rules around here. You cannot just let anything slide. You can't do that. You gotta have some standards and some boundaries, and you gotta start saying the word no. You gotta start saying what you feel. You gotta start speaking up for yourself and setting some rules with how people treat you. So, you can't let a man treat you any type of way. You gotta lay it out. Hey, this is what I like. This is what I don't like. These are my deal breakers. This is what's okay, right? My deal breakers are, hey, if a man cheat on me, it's over with. If a man put his hands on me, it's over with. If a man lie to me, cuss me out, it's over with. I'm not tolerating none of that. I'm not having it. We done. It's over with. You know, I'm not tolerating that. You got to have some rules in your mind, in your head. And also, you may need to verbally expose how you feel and your rules and deal breakers and what's okay and what's not okay, so it ain't no confusion when you dealing with these men. Because a lot of men, you know, you got to give them the benefit of the doubt, right? Every woman is different. Some women, they tolerate more than others, right? Some women, they let men get away with anything. It's some women, they ain't playing no games, right? So he may not know how to address you because he may be used to women that ain't got no backbone or don't speak up for themselves, right? So if you come along and you start speaking up for yourself and telling this man what it is and what it's not going to be, then he'll know not to try you. You cut down on a lot of that drama or a lot of that disrespect because he know not to play with you and he know the consequences behind what will happen if he do violate any of your rules, right? So basically, it's just rules on how you want to be treated. That's all boundaries are. You know, so many women, they ask me, Sid, how do I set boundaries? What are boundaries, right? Boundaries are your self-rules on how other people treat you. Meaning it's a line right here. You can treat me up to here, but anything after that, we gonna have a problem. So you gotta a stopping point. You gotta have a stopping point with any man or anybody, right? So you gotta start labeling out your expectations. This is how I expect to be treated. If I am not treated this way, it's over with. This is what I expect because I am a queen. And that comes with you knowing your worth, loving yourself, and being self-confident, right? Because when you know what you deserve, you ain't gonna settle. So this is what I need. If you want me, you gonna have to treat me right. If you want me, you gonna have to make me your girlfriend or I'm gone. If you want me, you gonna have to put a ring on my finger or I'm gone. And you gotta start demanding what you want and demanding respect and demanding everything that you want. Because guess what? Closed mouths do not get fed. So if you don't stand up for yourself and start setting some boundaries and some clear indicators on this is how I should be treated and this is how you should not treat me, then you're going to allow anything to happen. So whatever your deal breakers are, whatever you don't like and whatever you don't like to tolerate, whatever makes you feel offended or hurts your feelings or anything, then you just gotta just cut it off and leave it alone, right? So basically, again, you gotta have in your head already what is okay and what's not okay and what's your deal breakers. And then you want to let every man know that you date. Hey, you know, it may come up in conversation. What's your deal breakers? Or, you know, what do you like? Where do you like to go? Or how do you really like to interact? Or, you know, what are you into? Stuff like that, right? Or what do you not tolerate? You know, what's something that turns you off? You know, those types of questions. That's where you could tell him, hey, I don't like this, but I do like that. Now, you can treat me good and you can take me here. You know, I'm a woman of standards, right? I require dates. I require affection. I require love. I require respect. I require all these things. This is what I require. These are my standards. If you cannot reach these standards, then bye, right? And then this is what I don't like to be treated like. Don't lie to me. Don't cheat on me. Don't do none of that. Don't do that, right? So you telling that man what's okay and what's not okay, all right? So that's number 3. So number 4, the 4th step to how you as a woman, how you can stand up for yourself to anybody, any man, is you want to enforce the boundaries. So now you laid out the ground rules, right? You laid out the rules. This how I'm treated. This how I don't like to be treated, right? Now, number 4, you got to enforce those rules. So this how you enforce those rules. First, when you feel like a man or anybody, I don't care who it is, not even just a man. It could be your homegirl. It could be your mama. It could be a family member. It could be a co-worker. It could be anybody, but especially a man, right? It could be anybody. If they do something that offends you or that feels disrespectful to you or that rubs you the wrong way, or it's a proposal that you are unhappy with, or it's some type of deal that you may have agreed to that you are unhappy with, or some expectations on their side that they expect you to go out your way and do some other stuff for them and they ain't doing nothing for you and using you. Now you gotta start checking their behavior. So with a man, if anything happen, if he say anything that offends you, check him on it. Hey, I don't like what you just said right there. I would appreciate if you don't say that no more. If you do so happen to say that again out of your mouth, I will no longer be dealing with you. Period. Right? Hey, next time you say that, hey, I don't really play like that. Maybe he thought he could play with you a certain type of way. I don't like them games. I don't like them jokes. His little jokes or his little, maybe he playing some jokes on you or try to be sarcastic with you or stuff like that. You got to say, hey, I don't play like that, okay? I ain't the one, all right? Or if a man do something that you don't like, it don't matter what it is. If he do something you don't like, call him out. So now you got to call him out. I don't like when you do that. I don't like when you treat me that way. It don't make me feel good. So next time you do that, it's over with and I'm not having it. So now it's some consequences behind his actions, right? So you told him already, you verbalized how you need to be treated. But when he do something one of those minor infractions or he do one of those minor violations, then you got to check him on it. If it's something small, he kind of crossed that line a little bit, not too much, right? But he kind of be on that little line right there, then you got to check him on it. And you got to call him out every time. Hey, I don't like when you do that. When you do that, it make me feel bad. I don't like to feel like that. I don't like to tolerate that. I don't play those games. So you're going to continue to treat me well and not do that no more. Because if you do that again, I'm not going to talk to you no more. And say it just like that. So when there's consequences behind a man's actions, now he know how to play with you. Now he know how to treat you. Now he know you ain't no game and you will leave him if necessary. So he know, she ain't no pushover. She got a backbone because she stood up for herself. All standing up for yourself is just telling that other person how to treat you. That's all it is. When you stand up for yourself, all you doing is just telling people, opening your mouth and letting somebody know, I don't appreciate what you just did. And I would appreciate if you don't do it no more. And if you do so happen to do it again, then I'm never going to talk to you again. And you got to say it just like that. And that's how you get respect. A lot of women, the reason why a man don't respect you is because you don't respect yourself. The way how you get respect, you heard, in order to get respect, you got to give respect. That's not always true. Because you can give respect to somebody, but they might not respect you back. They may not respect you back. even if you do respect them. Nah, the way how you get other people to respect you is you respect yourself. When you respect yourself, you hold yourself to a certain standard, and they ain't got no choice but to reach that standard if they want to be in your life. Otherwise, they ain't gonna be in your life. So everybody in your life, they held to a certain standard. So everybody in your life is forced to respect you because you respect yourself, right? Or you gotta speak up for yourself. Like when a man don't want to be with you, right? Like let's just say this man, he got a little trouble with trying to commit to you, right? Let's just say this man say, oh, I'm just going with the flow. I just want to take my time. I'm not ready for a relationship right now. I'm just not ready for a relationship. I want to be in a relationship one day, but right now I'm just not ready. But I do care about you right now, and I want to keep you around, whatever. You tell that man, no, it don't work it don't work on your time. It don't work for you. It work on my time. If you are not ready for what I'm ready for, then I'm about to leave you behind. Because I done invested all this time, energy, and everything into this situationship, and it's going nowhere. So all these weeks or all these months, or sometimes, unfortunately, all these years that a lot of women have dealt with that man, he ain't never wanted to be with her. It was always a situationship, or he was always just using her. So you gotta put your foot down and tell that man, hey, give him an ultimatum. When you stand up for yourself, you give out ultimatums. Hey, either you gonna be with me. Hey, we've been kicking it for 3, 4, 5, 6 months already. Hey, we've been dating for a little minute now. I'm a woman dating with a purpose. And if you do not want what I want, then I'm going to move on and find somebody that do want me. Because I'm not finna stay here and wait on your time. Nah. So that goes back to number 1 with putting yourself first. If you want a relationship and this man don't want a relationship, you put yourself first and you tell him, okay, it's on my time. So if you're not ready for a relationship, then you gotta go. And guess what? A lot of times that forces that man to respect you because you respected yourself, right? So that's number 4. So number 5, the 5th and last and final step, how you as a woman, how you can stand up for yourself to anybody, any man, is you always have to be willing to walk away. Okay? So you gotta be willing to cut anybody off. If they don't treat you right, cut them off. If they not respecting you, cut them off. If they don't see your value, cut them off. If they don't see your worth, cut them off. If they are not there for your best interest, if they are not there to support you, if they are not there to help elevate you, if they do not care nothing about you, cut them off. If they're using you, cut them off. If they playing games and mistreating you and putting their hands on you, cussing you out, cheating on you, cut them off. If they talking about you behind your back, cut them off. If they toxic, cut them off. If they try to make you feel like you're less than, or try to destroy your confidence, or if they try to make you feel like you're not good enough, you have to cut them off every single time. Not just a man, but anybody, a family member, your homegirls, your mama. If they do not respect you, cut the A. If they do not respect you and they do not value the person that you are, you got to distance yourself. You may have to distance yourself from your mama. I know that's your mama, but if it's toxic, you might have to kind of distance yourself away, for your peace, to heal yourself, to be out that toxic environment, to get that person out your ear. You may have to distance yourself from your homegirls. Maybe your homegirls is toxic. Your homegirl's toxic. You know your homegirls be using you for your money. You know your homegirls be moving shady. You know your homegirls probably talked about you behind your back or did something against you. And you still hanging out with them, or they a negative influence on your life, telling you what you need to do with your life and stuff like that. Sometimes you need to cut them off or distance yourself away from them. Family members too. Sometimes you got to cut them off if they toxic. You know what I'm saying? If anybody in this world, I don't care who it is, especially a man, if that man is toxic and that man is using you and stuff like that, cut him all the way off and never be scared to. You know, do not be afraid. That's part of setting boundaries. The ultimate part of setting boundaries is being able to walk away from anybody. I'll cut anybody off if you do not respect me, if you do not love me, if you do not appreciate me, if you do not value me. It's over with. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want you around me. You're going to infect my good energy. I got good energy around me because I don't deal with negative influences. I don't deal with negative people. I don't deal with nobody that's toxic. I don't deal with that. I only deal with healthy, loving people that want to see the best in me. You know, and that's when you start being more selfish, when you start dealing with people that want to help you out instead of dealing with people that always got their hand out but can't never help you out, right? So you gotta be able to walk away. Whenever somebody don't treat you right, or if you check somebody, let's just say you check somebody. You say, hey, I don't like the way you treated me right there. I would appreciate it if you don't do that no more, right? And they still doing it, you gotta say, hey, it was nice knowing you. It was nice knowing you because I don't want to be around that. So when you love yourself, you protect your peace. You protect your peace. I would rather be alone than to be disrespected by a whole bunch of people, right? I'd rather be by myself and respect myself and love myself than to be in a group of people that don't care nothing about me, right? You got to start putting yourself first and say, I care more about me than trying to fit in with other people that don't value me, or try to be with this man just to say I got a man, but that man don't got you, right? So you got to start building up your confidence, your self-worth, your self-respect, healing from your traumas, speaking life into yourself, you know, and really just and boosting up your self-esteem, right? And then you want to start setting boundaries, telling people, hey, this is what I like to be treated like, this is what I don't like to be treated like, and leave it at that, right? And if they kind of violate it a little bit, you got to check them. Hey, I don't like that. Hey, stand up for yourself. Speak up for yourself. No, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I don't feel like doing that. No, I can't agree to that. No, I don't want to do that. No, I can't do that. No, I don't want to agree to that. No, I can't do it. No. You tell people no. Because you put you first. And if you don't want to do something, you ain't going to do it. No matter who pressure you, right? So you want to enforce those boundaries, right? And then if they don't care nothing about your boundaries and they don't care nothing about you, then guess what you got to do? You got to walk away and leave them hanging, because guess what? They don't respect you. So why you being around somebody that don't respect you? When you love yourself and respect yourself, you don't even be around nobody that don't love or respect you. You don't try to make nobody respect you. You don't try to make nobody love you. If they love you or they don't, right? If they love you, then come on, you can come with me, right? If they respect you, come on, you can come with me, right? But if you don't love me and you don't respect me, then you pick your side and stay over there, right? So ladies, I hope you enjoyed this video. Those are my top 5 steps to how a woman can instantly stand up for herself to anybody, any man. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, subscribe, y'all. Hit that bell notification for me. And I'm out of here. So, till the next video.